I think the key with at least what we have felt and found that the key to investors, key to dealing with investors is being very similar to the key of dealing with the wife is being extremely transparent about what's happening, what's working, what's not working, and what the reality of it is. And we have found from the early days of the company that having that approach to it has helped us in making sure that the investors are always on the same page and are not unnecessarily questioning us, but rather helping us in the process of fixing a lot of the things. Because the reality is, I don't know of a company yet who's not had problems. And if you have not had problems, then you probably don't even need investors. But if you have investors, and if you have a business which is you're trying to grow at a fairly fast pace, you're going to have tons and tons of issues. You might as well have more people helping you out on that. And I've seen a lot of people try and not share and be very open with the investors, but I think it's very similar to how you deal at home. I don't think the difference is in terms of, so I haven't seen a difference in terms of the expectation, because the expectation has remained pretty similar. It's just the stage of the company that requires that expectation from a thought process perspective to be far deeper. And the expectation from them has always been, are you thorough in what you're actually doing? And are you doing it in the right way? They're very worried about, the people aspect of things, the strategy aspect of things, and how much cash you have in the bank. And that probably does not change irrespective of what investors you have and what stage it is. So, at the seed level, when we had, the Mumbai Angel folks on our board, I think the questions were very similar. Even now, when we have a very different set of structure of the board, the questions are very similar, just that our responses to those questions and our approach to those problems have just got to be far more deeper and far more thought through. So I don't see fundamentally there being too much of a difference from that perspective, except for that now there is now the scrutiny is far deeper.
Right.
So when the scrutiny comes in, that's when your problem solving, your strategy, and your ability to go deep essentially gets out. The scrutiny being deeper is probably required, because if somebody puts in a few $100 million into the company, then they're going to be far more demanding in terms of what's happening and what's not happening.